What is happening? I should get an umbrella. And you should get an umbrella too, because today we will see what you need to file your tax declaration here in Germany. Watching this video will cost you 10 minutes or so. Filing your taxes will cost you about an hour. And the average reward will be 1,072 euros. That is what people filing their taxes got on average last year. So let's get things going by answering just 7 questions you need for your tax declaration in this PerFinEx tax video. A quick heads up, right now nobody knows what your personal tax benefits will be, because that is what a tax declaration will tell us. So in order to know what you can get, you need to file your taxes. Nobody says you need to send your tax declaration to Finanzamt if you owe them money, unless they will tell you to do it when you're married and in tax class 3 and 5, for example. Right now we only know the probability what you can get. Out of the 14.3 million filing their taxes last year, 12.6 million got on average 1,072 euros with these exact probabilities. 1.5 million out of the 14.3 million had to pay Finanzamt on average 1,152 euro with these probabilities. So you can see that answering the following 7 questions will probably earn you a lot of money for actually very little work. Question 1. What do you need to file your taxes? Not surprisingly, you need a couple of documents before you can get going. Not a lot, but German bureaucracy, you know. This sheet right here, the Ausdruck aus der elektronischen Lohnsteuerbescheinigung, is the basis of your tax declaration. Without it, you can't start. This sheet basically sums up all your payslips from last year. So where do you get it from? Most of you should have gotten it already from your employer. If not, you will receive it with your February payslip. On top of that, you need your tax ID, which is conveniently on this sheet as well. The Identifikationsnummer, which is 11 digits, which is different than the tax number. That is a 13-digit number, usually with dashes in between. That's at least what my tax number looks like here in Bavaria. In other German states, it can look slightly different. If you don't have a tax ID, panic now and get one fast. If you don't have a tax number yet, you don't need to panic. If you're filing your taxes for the first time, that is usually when you get a tax number. And lastly, you need your tax class, which is one number ranging from 1 to 6 based on your marital status. You can find your tax class on your payslip under STKL. Now that we have everything, it's time for question 2. How much did you earn last year? That is important to know because generally, absolutely everything is taxed here in Germany. But with the following 4 questions, we will calculate yourself poor and lower your tax bill, so don't worry. Germany knows these 7 types of income that are explained in detail in this video. So sum up everything you earn from different sources. Generally speaking, also income you make from outside of German borders. Why generally? Because it depends if Germany has a double taxation agreement with the country you are making money in. If you are making money outside of Germany, please talk to Lohnsteuerhilfeverein or a professional tax advisor, which we are not. PerFinEx is a financial advisor, not a tax advisor. So we cannot answer your individual tax questions or file your tax declaration for you. Now that we summed up all your income, it's time to calculate yourself poor with the biggest costs. Werbungskosten. Werbungskosten are basically all kinds of job-related expenses. You have 2 options. 1,200 euro are usually accepted as flat costs. If you have less, which is super unlikely, but whatever, just use the 1,200 euro flat and skip to the next question. If you have more, sum up everything. Driving to work or working from home, which can be 1,260 euro in costs already. If you had to move for work reasons, if you have a work room at home, meaning a full room with a door that you can lock, just the desk would be considered home office. Costs for internet, mobile phone, some courses, sum up every expense that is related to your job. A couple of years ago, there was a prominent case of a football trainer deducting his Sky Sports subscription from his taxes. And he was allowed to do it after a little fighting back and forth with Finanzamt. Next costs are Sonderausgaben. And now it gets interesting. Again, you can use flat costs of 36 euros if you're lazy, but we can do much more here. Sonderausgaben are expenses for your health insurance, public or private. The deduction for private health insurance is usually a little less, but it costs a lot less in premium, so it can be worth it if you have a salary above 66,600 euro gross in 2023. Certain pensions offer tax-deductible contributions as well. The public pension as well as other pensions from level 1 and level 2. Check out our videos for more details. Or you book a free meeting with us and then we can see what makes the most sense for you and how you can save even more taxes in the years to come. Sonderausgaben is also church tax, educational costs, costs for childcare, and so much more. Again, put it into your tax declaration and see what Finanzamt is saying. Worst thing that can happen is that they decline the cost that you're trying to declare. No biggie. Tax-deductible cost 3 out of 4 are Haushaltsnahe Dienstleistungen. Every one of us has to do some type of work in our household. If you don't do this yourself, but hire someone to do it, you have to pay for household-related services. Haushaltsnahe Dienstleistungen in German. If you have someone to clean your house, cook for you, repair stuff in your household, all tax deductible. A couple of years ago, there was a lady deducting her dog walker from her taxes. Finanzamt declined, she went in front of court and won. And now you can deduct your dog walker from your taxes as well. That's why I said earlier, just deduct costs from your taxes if you think they fall into one out of these 4 tax-deductible categories. Finanzamt can just say no. They will not come to your house and arrest you. They might arrest me for making this video and telling you how you can get more money from them. What is also tax-deductible? Außergewöhnliche Belastungen. And this one can be a little tricky, because you're claiming in front of Finanzamt that you had so many extraordinary costs in your private life, not comparable with anybody else. If you have costs because someone in your home is disabled or in need of long-term care, that might work. If your home burned down or got flooded, that might work as well. But that's probably about it. Telling Finanzamt that costs for new glasses or a new tooth are so extraordinary, it's probably not gonna work. You can try it, of course, but the more and more you earn, the less and less likely it's going to work. Now there's only one question left to answer, right? How do you actually file your taxes? If you have a standard case, employee, no outside income, nothing crazy, you can file your taxes online with one of the 3 software providers in English. What I really like about them is that they show you your estimated tax return for free, and then you can decide if you want to send it for Finanzamt for 30 to 40 euros. We secured bonus links for you guys to get it even cheaper, so check that out in the description. If you have a standard employee case and you're lazy, you can use the Lohnsteuerhilfeverein. If you find a spot, people tell us that it can be very difficult and they have long waiting lists. And if you have a complicated case, like I have with my self-employment and owning multiple businesses, use a professional tax advisor. They cost a little more money, but they fight out everything with Finanzamt, and they can get you the highest tax savings. So money well spent, in my opinion. If you would like a recommendation for an English-speaking tax advisor, shoot us a message. And I hope every one of you will save a lot of money because of this video.